As crazy as it might get here on Earth, there's a whole galaxy out there waiting to be discovered, and 2022 could be a turning point in the study of UFOs. But what are some things space-related that we missed out on with all that's been going on here? What did we learn about aliens in 2021? Where to look when you want to study alien life? You'll find out in this video. Let's start with the news that Axiom's first private astronaut crew is ready to fly to space. On April 6, 2022, a crew of 4 will launch to the International Space Station on the first civilian space mission in history. 1 former NASA astronaut and 3 paying passengers are only days away from living history, about to embark on a mission that will inform future flights into space. The crew consists of Larry Connor, Ethan Stibe, Mark Pathy, and Michael Lopez Alegria. The mission, which is called AX-1, is scheduled to launch on April 6, 2022, and will see the crew board a SpaceX Dragon atop a Falcon 9 rocket. It is Axiom Space's first mission, which is set to last 10 days, with the crew spending 8 days on the orbiting lab where they will work and live. The crew has spent many hundreds of hours in technical training, simulations, and hands-on training. I can say with zero hesitation that we are ready to fly, said Lopez Alegria during a news conference on April 1st. Lopez Alegria, who is a retired NASA astronaut, currently works as Axiom's Vice President of Business Development. The other 3 passengers have paid a combined $55 million for their seats and will be bringing along a number of experiments. But the science isn't the only important thing about this mission. Axiom has plans to launch a module in late 2024 that is capable of detaching and flying free, the ultimate goal of which is an eventual commercial station in orbit. The AX-1 mission is an important step towards that. Next, astronomers have discovered spooky objects emitting energy in space. While mapping out the universe, a team of astronomers discovered something that even they thought was unusual, a mysterious object that sends bursts of energy every 20 minutes or so. It's 4,000 light-years away, yet the energy bursts were so big it was one of the largest radio sources in the sky. A single burst would last for about a minute every 20 minutes and then disappeared for a few hours before it repeated the cycle. In January, a peer-reviewed study on the discovery of the unknown energy source was published in the journal Nature. In a statement, Natasha Hurley-Walker, who is an astrophysicist from Curtin University in Australia and the lead author of the study, said it was kind of spooky for an astronomer because there's nothing known in the sky that does that. The object was first discovered in 2018 by Curtin doctoral student Tyrone O'Doherty in outback Australia using the Murchison Wide Field Array telescope. There's nothing new about objects that turn on and off, which typically signify the death of a star. These flashes of light are called transients, but this particular object doesn't behave like a transient at all. The team still isn't sure what it is, but has made some guesses. It could be an ultra-long period magnetar, a type of slow-spinning neutron star with a strong magnetic field, which was thought to only exist in theory. Never before has anything like it been found, but they're determined to find out more. So now, you want to study what aliens look like? Do you have a longing to find out a little more about what alien intelligence might look like, but not quite capable of traveling a few thousand light-years away to maybe find said alien life? According to scientist Dominic Civitilli, a PhD candidate in astrobiology and psychology at the University of Washington, your situation might not be as hopeless as it seems. He's convinced that we have to look no further than our oceans. Civitilli is researching what he calls distributed intelligence at Friday Harbor Laboratories in the San Juan Islands. This kind of intelligence is found in the octopus. Octopuses have a long evolution towards cognitive complexity that is separate from humans, making it a very appropriate model for what intelligence might look like on another planet. The biggest difference is the majority of the cephalopod's neurons are not in the central brain, but spread out between the arms and suckers. And even more interestingly, they're capable of thinking and processing on their own. Imagine that our arms and fingers were able to think by themselves. It's almost impossible to imagine how these creatures experience the world, with their nervous and sensory systems so unlike our own, but they're notoriously smart and curious animals. Stively also feels like the octopuses are studying him just as much as he studies them. So if you're curious about what alien life might look like, you may want to dig into creatures that are found right here on our planet, the octopus. Don't go anywhere. Next up, astronomers witnessed the death of a red supergiant for the first time in history. What did we learn about aliens in 2021 when no one was looking? And why could 2022 be a turning point in the study of UFOs? Let's find out. First up, for the first time, astronomers have captured the violent death of a giant star. The red supergiant that was first discovered by a team of researchers at Northwestern University and the University of California in 2020 has died and turned into a supernova. A few months after its discovery, astronomers were witnesses to the star's final days and published their findings in the Astrophysical Journal last January. While supernovas have been seen by humans before, until now they've only been detected after the explosion, when gas and other debris are ejected into space. Debris can produce elements found on Earth or form new stars. This is the first time astronomers were actually able to witness the death of a red supergiant, and it changes the way they understand the life cycle of stars. It was believed stars silently collapsed into a supernova, but what they saw was pretty much the opposite. It got progressively more bright and more intense, which was very dramatic and violent. It also emitted gas before it eventually blew up and lit up space. One of the reasons supernovas are so impressive is how they can produce an explosion, light, and photons that are bright enough to outshine the entire galaxy they originated in. The next step will be to discover if all red supergiants, or just some, as well as what exactly is happening in the final stages of a star's life. Following, what we learned about aliens in 2021. With everything that has been happening on Earth in the last few years, we should be forgiven for not paying so much attention to everything extraterrestrial. But the truth is, 2021 brought us lots of alien news, and we're going to unpack some of it right here. In June, the Pentagon released a highly anticipated report detailing 144 UFO encounters between 2004 and 2021. It was meant to assess the threat posed by unidentified aerial phenomena, aka UAP. It confirmed some sightings that had gone viral online, but the report failed to link any of the 144 encounters with alien activity. Researchers are currently developing an algorithm to search for a distant wavelength that could point us to alien civilizations that have found a way to use the energy that is radiated by black holes. It is theorized that alien life might be tempted to use black holes to power their interstellar enterprises, with black holes being able to radiate up to 100,000 times more energy than a star like our Sun. But did you know that there are approximately 1,700 alien civilizations that could be watching us all along? Of these, there are 75 star systems that are 100 light years away, which means the radio waves we've been sending out these past 100 years will have reached them. But whether those hypothetical civilizations want anything to do with us is another question. But for all we know, that's exactly what those 144 UFO encounters are. And now, 2022 could be a turning point in the study of UFOs. 2021 saw an upsurge in peculiar sightings that were reported, mostly because in this day and age, pretty much everyone has a smartphone that is capable of capturing these strange glimmers in the sky. A lot of them are eventually identified, but others remain a mystery. These are called unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP, and according to Space.com 2022, these will get much more attention from both the scientific community and the federal government. After the U.S. military and intelligence community issued a report on UAPs, there was congressional urging to establish a formal office that could carry out a coordinated effort on collection and analysis related to them, which is how the Airborne Object Identification and Management Synchronization Group came to be, which is tasked to provide a full spectrum of intelligence as well as scientific and technical assessments related to UAPs. According to Mark Roediger, scientific director of the Center for UFO Studies in Chicago, a potentially major development in 2022 will be UFO detection. He told Space.com that the effort to detect, track, and measure the UFO phenomena in the field in real time has recently entered a new phase. The technology has gotten better, software tools have been improved, and there are new qualified professionals which have been attracted by the current interest in UFOs. And there's an upcoming initiative called the Galileo Project whose data will be public that will search for extraterrestrial equipment near Earth. So keep your eyes open, the truth is out there. That's it for your update on what's up in space. Thanks for watching.